I have in there, on the second page, I think, maybe third, 10 tips by John Alexander, who is a search engine marketing guru. Got a lot more time than I do. Title tag is very important. Remember this, your title tag shows up in the search results. When you do a search, title tag shows up there at the top. Whatever you name that tag, that's where it's going to show up. When I look at your page, the top tab, when I'm looking at your page, it's going to show me your title. Google looks at that title and uses that title to determine what you're talking about. Now let me ask you a question. You going to rank for home? You're not going to rank for home. Okay? Description tag. The contents of a description tag are what most search engines use to show, and it shows up under your title on the search list. On your search, when you do a search, it comes up, it pops up, and it gives you your title, and it gives you your description. Now, if you don't, I am amazed at the number of websites I go into and look at, and there is no description. Google will make one up for you. Google will go on the page and find something that they think that you're talking about, and that's what they'll use. It may not be what you're talking about. They try, but you need to give them one. Remember this too. Keep it at around 180 to 190 characters. Keep it at a maximum of 30 words. The thing is that the search engines are only going to show about that much of it. And you go in and you do a search and you find these, the description on the SERP, and you've got, in the middle of the sentence, you've got some ellipses, and then, what are they talking about? Think of the description of the page. This is not a description of the site. This is a description of the page. Every page should have its own description. And as a description of the page, think of this as your 30-second pitch. This is your elevator pitch. You got 5 floors, non-stop. Punch a button, I got 5 floors. What's this page about? What are you telling me? Tell me that in 25 to 30 words or less. Use your keywords. Don't spam the search engine. Don't say, we at American Widgets are the greatest widget makers of all the widget makers in all the widget making world. Google will look at that and say, see you later, bye. They'll put you in the sandbox. Use your keywords. Don't repeat them very often. Don't make the search engine think that you're trying to spam them. Your keywords tag. I'd tell you about the keywords tag. Keywords tag, it was used initially as a way for the search engines to know what we were talking about, what we're trying to rank the page for. Because of that, people like me began to take advantage of them. Imagine that. So we go in and we put in a whole bunch of keywords. I look at sites all the time and I see a keyword tag and I see 9,000 characters. All you're doing is hurting yourself. Your keyword tag, the main search engines, Google, Yahoo, and Bing, don't look at it anyway. I use a keyword tag for myself. I use it so that I can know what I optimize that page for. So that when I go back later and look and see that that page did show up in Google, but it showed up for something that I didn't want it to show up for, I can go back and look again and determine how I need to change that page. So use your keyword tag, but use it for your benefit. Now, people don't use the H1 tags, the H1, H6 tags anymore. We got CSS5. We are strong now. We don't need that silly old H1 tag. You can format that H1 tag using CSS. Google looks for that H1 tag. It looks for the H1 through the H6. Don't put 10 H1 tags on your page. You're spamming them. Use one H1 tag, use an H2 tag, format it using your CSS. If you're not into website design, make sure that your website designer formats it. So, and use your keywords in the heading tag. If you don't, Google looks at them and they're going to put your site under lunatics in asylum, right? So we